What's good? Welcome to Sports Wave. Another week, another day. What's up, Enzo?
What up, bro?
We're good right here, man. What's
It
up?
is just I and you and I.
Just you and I. Yes, this is just the two of us. We're doing it. We're doing it good right now. I know. Well, we don't have our co-producer, Byron. We don't have Manny today, but it's all good. We're doing it live right here at the current podcast. But you know what I say? Episode number 79. This is like I was gonna play that for the next one. This guy.
Hey, it's just me and my brother today.
Yeah, but so that's kind of where we're at right now. The current podcast, as we said, Sports Wave. Man, it's been another it's roller coaster of
It's
sports.
an eventful week again, bro.
For the most part, but at the same time, it's like there's highs and lows, and I feel like this is like a mid almost. Even
I mean, for the NBA playoffs, I would say it's a mid. It wasn't as exciting as we thought.
but I mean, people got eliminated.
It was shocking, but it wasn't exciting.
Yeah, you're right.
We thought it was gonna go the other way, but it didn't. So that's pretty much
Yeah, because we had a lot of Game 7s, right?
right.
Yeah, well, we talk about that, but
And then baseball was kind of interesting, bro. Tell me about baseball. What happened?
well, right now we got the Dodgers. They are playing the Diamondbacks. They are down 1-0, but they are 21-12 right now. So they got tomorrow. They're gonna play 2 games at Dodger Stadium, and that hasn't happened in I think they're talking about over 20 years or something like that. I have to double check that. But tomorrow they play at, if you can see on the screen, it's 12:10 in the afternoon, and then they'll play at the same day later on at 7 o'clock, which is the usual time they play on night games. So if anybody's gonna go check out a game, tomorrow's the day to go check out 2 games in one.
2 games for a price of one?
I don't think so. I think something must have happened that this either got delayed or something. I'll have to look into it, but usually you have to get a ticket for each game. They'll kick everybody out from what I know. So that's what's going on with the Dodgers right now. I have to still go watch them. That's one thing that I haven't gotten to do yet.
I've never went to see any games.
Bro, you gotta go.
I don't see every time I see videos at Dodger Stadium, it's always a fight or beers being thrown from one side of the pavilion. Like, it's just too much going on that I'm good. Because I also feel like I want to take my kids, but I'm like, what if in that I'm the one that area?
Honestly, there's a lot of families there. Like, that happens, but it doesn't. It's like you're gonna see it erupt. It's not gonna just out of nowhere happen. It kind of gradually happens. It's like people, they're not gonna get fucked up off of one drink. After they've been drinking for a while, and you'll see your area. You just.
I'm very aware of my surroundings, and
that's what I'm saying. So
thank you for letting me know that. That's how it be. But still.
But
I don't
you'll be fine, bro. Trust me, dog. Trust me.
I'd rather go with my rowdy ass brother to the Laker game because he's usually the rowdiest motherfucker in there.
It's all good. There's
you
people
be scaring white people, bro.
See, Celtics fans, bro.
You scared the shit out of the Celtics fans. That one, man, and rightly so, because they scare the shit out of us when we go. But that's on the bucket list, bro.
I don't know about that.
What? If I know if I know a female. Shout out to Brenda. She went to a fucking Lakers Celtic game by herself at a Celtic home game. And then it's crazy, bro, because her seats were right behind the Laker bench. So when she's on television, she her people send her images of herself when they're putting the camera on the bench and you can see her. So I'm down to do some shit like that, bro. I'm too down. When she did it, and she did it by herself.
Yeah, I mean,
so and she's a beautiful young lady. So it's like for a beautiful young lady to go to Boston by herself and make friends and that shit was dope to see. And that's I'm gonna do that with my brother one day, definitely.
I don't know.
What? Me and you?
I don't know about going to a Celtic game out there. We'll see what's up.
Come on, bro.
Like I said, if I'm out there for something
hey, where's
already out, if I'm already out, I say if I'm out there for a gig or something,
this is where we need Byron Fernandez to be like arriba las chivas or some shit.
I know, right? But furthermore in baseball, Ohtani has now the second player to have over 100 home runs and over 250 strikeouts. The second all time to do that.
Babe Ruth.
Yep, second time I'll do that.
He's on his way. Okay, but this is an Asian player. Remember that. So this is where it's like, whoa. He's like, you making it popular for a whole nother culture.
Yeah, but I mean, in Asia, baseball is pretty. I would say it's pretty big.
What do you think?
But the thing about
I
him,
don't know.
look at him, bro.
He's huge.
6'4", bro. I
So
mean,
that's what I'm saying.
That's the
but
one thing
he
about
could
him.
have been a basketball player.
Japanese, but I mean, at the same time, he has a skill to hit and to pitch. Like I said, over 100 home runs, 250 strikeouts. That's very
My
impressive.
boy, I'm telling you, he's making this. It's good for the Japanese culture for a player to come into the leagues and dominate. It's like Luka dominating out here. It's good for them.
Take it or shake it. He's the Yao Ming of MLB.
Exactly.
Right now.
I think he's gonna be better than
So
Yao
you
Ming.
take it. You don't shake it.
Pause.
Man, but the heartbreak in LA. I mean, you can say LA got a Super Bowl, but they didn't get the they don't have playoff basketball right now, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So Crypto.com Arena was pretty empty, but it was cold. It was cold.
In the
And
summer.
that was because there was 3 games there for the Kings against the Edmonton Oilers, and we had Game 7 this weekend on Saturday.
Couldn't make the cut.
They couldn't make the cut. They lost 1-0.
Damn, no estaba cerrado ese partido.
The Oilers, just from what I heard and what I saw, the little bit that I saw, they were just
Very defensive.
very defensive once they
Playing back.
hit that goal, and they hit that goal early in the first half.
They went, bah, and then they just sat back with the lead.
Pretty much, you know what I mean.
It's
And
like soccer sometimes.
but the Kings weren't projected to even go to Game 7, so that's basically all that happened at Crypto.com Arena right now for playoff season. And
I think Taylor Swift's about to pull up, make her own
playoff season though. But I don't know. I think
bro, her
there's a lot of
numbers-
other things. I
the
think
number-
Pearl Jam was there
The
recently.
numbers Taylor Swift be putting up be like playoff numbers, bro. Remember, she got banners. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what else would they use Crypto Arena for?
But
Damn,
the crazy
it
thing
sounds
is
so
that
weird to say that.
The
like
crazy
that shit.
thing is right now is that a lot of artists have already kind of toured through Crypto.com Arena, so everybody's going to SoFi right now.
SoFi is huge, right?
SoFi is stupid huge. Like,
I need to go, bro. You need to take me to work with you one day.
it's crazy huge, bro. Crazy.
Would that be possible?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Just be like, I have an assistant. Come
I
on.
don't know. But yeah, Kings lost. They're out of that. They're out of the Stanley Cup right now, and now we got.
I know you're excited about something that came out this week. Tell me about what you're excited about,
bro. I mean, we should all be excited. The NFL schedule is out,
bro.
man, so
I'm dead ass. I feel like I'm in this limbo, like I was after Kobe retired. Now that Drew Brees is out of my Saints, he's retired and he's on the broadcasting table.
and he just quit the broadcasting.
He did?
Yep.
I didn't hear about that. What happened?
Yeah, he after you're doing it, he doesn't want to do it anymore. He's stepping away from
What's
it,
the coach?
and he says that he's gonna train for the pickleball tour. So shout out to Safety Third. You might want to talk to Gabe about that, because
Interesting.
there's a lot of. It's funny, even Gary Vee this weekend that I saw him at that, he mentioned pickleball. So that
picking up.
sport is picking up and getting more popularity. So
It's a
yeah, you
rich-
might want to
it's
ask
a
Gabe
rich
about
sport.
that.
It's a rich sport. That's definitely true.
Definitely. But competitive sport, because tennis itself is competitive. But
It's a
yeah,
smaller
NFL
court.
schedule is out. So
Smaller court, yeah.
they kind of teased us. What'd you say? Sorry.
It's a smaller court on pickleball.
Yeah, it's like what Gary Vee said was it's ping pong meets tennis
Yeah,
type of shit.
pretty much.
So yeah, NFL schedule's out, and they tease us with a couple games. So the Christmas game, one of them is gonna be the Broncos versus the Rams. So that's gonna be a very interesting game, very expensive game because it's gonna be here in SoFi, of course. Defending champs, and
You
their
got that,
opening
bro.
game
You
is
got
gonna
that,
be
bro.
against the Bills. And that was kind of like rumored to be it. So that's gonna be their ring ceremony, getting their ring, and then playing against the Bills, which is a really good team. And Von Miller's on that team now.
On the Denver Broncos again?
Yeah.
He went back?
No, he's on the Bills.
Oh, shit.
That's the opening day game for the Rams.
Okay.
So
So he's coming back.
He's coming back to play against them
He's
and
gonna
get
get
his
his
ring as well.
Did
Yeah.
they do that like the NFL, like the NBA too? They get the ring when they come
Yeah,
back?
pretty much. So the same person that made the ring for the Lakers is actually making the ring for the Rams as well. So he's taking suggestions from players and all this stuff. And one thing that John Ireland actually said, which I think was dope, was like if they were to make like the ring, like they would make like a SoFi Stadium, basically put it in the ring, like shape it out as SoFi Stadium. That'd be dope as hell because it was in SoFi, first Super Bowl that the Rams have won back in LA, and like I don't know, it'd be a pretty unique ring if they were able to do. If he
It's
were
all
able to pull off
distraction. It's all distraction.
all distraction.
Just kidding now. That's crazy to do that. Talk about 3D printing with metal and gold.
It's possible, but that's what
It's
what Elon Musk does for his engines and shit. 3D prints everything.
But let me know, because I didn't catch all the fights weekend, bro. So I would like if you put some highlights.
For that though, Broncos up against the Seattle Seahawks.
Really?
It'll be a good game because that's
Who are the Saints open up? I haven't not checked that.
the Seahawks. We have Russell Wilson, so it's gonna be Russell Wilson's first game back in Seattle.
Whoa. They
it's
set
gonna
that
be
up real beautiful.
real fast.
On some NBA shit.
They have to. Hey, that's another crazy thing that we need to talk about. Christmas Day this year lands on Sunday.
Is that weird?
Huh?
Is that weird?
Well, think about it. Usually Christmas Day is kind of like taken over by the NBA, and they're gonna have to compete with the NFL. And they say that you can't compete with the NFL when it comes to like viewership. Like people watch NFL more than they watch the NBA and whatnot.
I think that's declining, but yeah, okay.
Slowly, but people will still watch it. Like if you really look at the numbers,
Bro, but you think they still watch? Is there both games on the same day?
Yeah.
Christmas?
So from what I know, NBA is not backing off. But so what's gonna happen is,
NBA games gonna be at night. I would assume
there's only gonna be 3 NFL games on Christmas Day, Sunday. They're gonna have
Monday
11
night.
games on Christmas Eve.
on Saturday.
Yeah.
That's smart by the NFL.
They
They don't want to compete.
don't want, but they're having some big games like Rams, Broncos. It's a big game because of Russell Wilson and everything and all that shit. And I need to see who else is playing. But yeah, there's some really big games that are coming up in that aspect. It'll be interesting to see. Obviously, we still have to go through the NBA championship and all that stuff, and the off season and to see what the matchups will be for that day and all that. But yeah, as far as the UFC goes, man, it was Jan Blachowicz fighting versus Alexander Rakic, Bosnian fellow from what
Can you put me the highlights so I can see what you said the ACL? I was getting some barber supplies at the moment when this.
I'll bring that up real quick. But there's one more fight that we're gonna talk about, and that was Michael Johnson getting his first knockout since 2016.
We were talking about that.
The knockout before that was Dustin Poirier
Me
in
and you were
2016.
talking about this,
Yes, sir.
and
And what, sir? What you gonna say? What you gotta say, huh? Because from what we were saying, basically, what I was saying is that Michael Johnson is more of a gatekeeper than Tony Ferguson is. The reason I say that is because since those two guys have fought, after they fought, he got to fight Khabib. He got fucked up against Khabib because everybody does. But even after that, like, he didn't have that many
remember what I was telling you.
victories.
That he came up in the era that he was coming up. It was like a lot of squabbling, and there was ground fighters, but they weren't dominating to the level that we're seeing now. And I feel like Khabib was the beginning of that, right? So
not exactly. The beginning of that of ground and pound was already John Jones, and GSP were doing that as well.
Bro. John Jones was picking you apart. Khabib, it's just ground and pound. That's what I mean.
I'll show you. I'm gonna bring up the highlights for the fight we're looking at. But John Jones, that's something that, man, once he had you on the ground, that's what he would do. He would throw elbows and all that shit.
Okay,
bro,
but he's not
that shit.
He's more. It's a different.
And the same thing was with GSP. I think it's a different
It's a
aspect.
different thing, bro.
Just
You
because
have
of
to,
the sambo aspect that he brings.
That's what I'm saying. Your legs are locked. You can't even get up anymore.
Yeah, but even with John Jones,
neutralizes.
it was very hard for people to get up off once he was like fully mounted and he was just on top.
As of late, we've seen people get up on John Jones.
As of late, yeah.
So
and that's the thing that's the one criticism that people have on Khabib is that, like, he left and, like, at 29-0. Well, even GSP, bro, even that last fight he had before he left against Hendricks, everybody says that Hendricks won that fight. And you can, bro, GSP his face was fucked up in that fight. So things happen. And I just feel like if Khabib would have stayed in the UFC longer, I even feel like someone like Charles Oliveira could have shown him that could have solved that puzzle
That
of
fight
getting
could have
his.
happened in those days.
I think if he beats his cousin, I think it's a worthy
He's not coming
reason
back,
to come
bro.
back. I think
He's
so.
not coming back, bro.
I think so.
Remember, I was the one saying he was coming back.
Yep.
He's not coming back, bro.
I think he
It's
might.
over, bro. He's trying to be Dana White.
He is trying to be Dana White, but I think
But the European.
I think you
version.
beating his cousin and especially in a bad
because
way.
It's
I
not
think
gonna
so.
be. Charles is not gonna beat him in a bad way where it's gonna be like Conor gonna make him want to come back. It's gonna boil his blood. It's gonna be Charles doing it, and he's just gonna do it and keep it pushing. Charles is not that type of guy, bro.
True.
You know
Not
what I'm saying? Not to like add fire
shit, yeah.
and build the fight up to where it's like Khabib, I want your ass next. Like you're not gonna do that, bro.
True. I feel that.
Come on, bro. Know your personalities. But Johnson was an impressive knockout. Would you not say, bro?
No, it was.
To see him where he's been in the last few fights and then to bounce back like that on an up-and-coming fighter, that's where to me it's interesting because they have more momentum and you're on a decline. That's what we would say, right? And for it to go the opposite way, it was kind of a very, very. You were like, I mean, at least me, I was like, oh fuck, what the fuck? And he looks older, right? He looks a lot older, bro.
Yeah, and I need to see.
Michael Johnson has not aged well because of being a UFC fighter.
I need to see who he's fought before this because I've barely heard of this guy's name, Alan Patrick. That's the guy that he knocked out. And
You think
and
it was a tune-up fight for him?
And if you look at his fights, he's not really. I wouldn't say he's up and coming because his last 3 fights before that was a no contest, and I need to see why that was. But then after that, it's 2 back-to-back losses.
3 losses and one no contest.
One TKO loss and another by decision. Excuse me.
So that probably is that for sure is a
and if we look up Michael Johnson on the same thing, like he has also had fights like that. Like, bro, we can call him a gatekeeper, bro. You want to know why?
Nah,
you want to know who's another time he got knocked out, bro, was against this man in his first fight, Justin Gaethje.
Oh. That was years ago.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like he was already gatekeeping in that sense.
But that's what I'm saying. This guy hasn't been the same guy.
Look at his last 4 fights, bro.
What did I tell you in the conversation? That this guy hasn't been the same guy since Khabib. Bro, this Khabib smashed him. I smashed you. I want to rearrange his face.
That's why my argument is that he's more of a gatekeeper than Tony Ferguson, in my opinion, just because he's fighting.
He's not only a gatekeeper I'm calling. There's many gatekeepers I'm calling.
I still don't feel like Tony's one of them though.
Yes, he is now, bro.
It depends on who they line him up next.
He doesn't have his chin is gone. If
they line him up with
been disabled.
If they line him up with Dan Hooker next, I feel like
Tyson.
that's still not a
Iron
not
Mike.
exactly a
It's no longer Iron Mike anymore. It's Iron Leg.
Iron Leg, huh?
Bruh. Iron Toes, bro.
Man, that lightweight division.
How does your toe not break on a fucking chin, bro?
Cause he didn't hit it with the toe, bro.
You see that shit? It was like
he hits it with mostly like this
bro,
part.
Put
like
that shit, bro.
this
Put that
part,
shit, bro. That shit.
That shit, bro.
He fucking, bro. Come on, doggy.
I'm telling you, bro. Telling you, dog.
Hijo de la chingada, Ferreira, no parece, hijo de la. Le sobo los huevos.
Yeah, that shit was nasty.
Shish. Híjole, mira. Todo planqueado ahí. Planqueado.
You give it. I mean,
damn, look at that. Put that one, bro, right there. 202. You see it right there?
this
right
is
here.
in slow mo and everything, bro. Right here, look.
Okay.
Perfect.
Ay,
See, you see, it's that part, yeah, bro. What do you mean?
When it's at the bottom of the chin, look where the toes are at. It's
Nah,
like it's the top of the toes. Look. Boof.
Nah, the toes
Bro.
do not even hit it because the toes. You would have seen the toes folded, bro.
On
They
another
literally hit
photo,
this
when
part.
it's the
Look,
front,
look.
they show it.
Bam,
They do
no.
fold.
Right there.
Bro,
You
I
the
saw.
front.
I took photos
Hopefully
of it,
they
bro.
they should.
I took photos of this shit. I need to look for them, but it was like, look, they bent right there. You can see them bounce back right there.
Let's go.
You're tripping.
Even slower. How about that?
Oh my god, bro, you're very tripping right here, bro.
Let's go half speed of the half speed.
Look at them bounce back. Bink, they're bent right there. Look at that bouncing, bro. Look at from another angle, you'll see what I'm talking about, bro. They hit the bottom of his lip. Look, you just saw the bend right there. Look, go back. That's all I was tripping. Like, how the fuck did he didn't break?
I still feel like the brunt of the force. This toe might have hit it, but it still feels like the brunt of the force is hitting that.
I feel
that
like
part.
UFC fighters practice these kicks, and you're stiffening your leg.
He even said he didn't practice any of these kicks.
Well, for that matter,
kick, he
dislocated his finger the day of the fight.
I feel like
That was pretty
really.
nasty.
I think at some point he was just trying to keep distance from Tony, so he was like, "Let me throw this shit because I need to keep this distance as much as possible," and that's what happened there. But I feel like again, for me, when you're Cowboy is the perfect example of a gatekeeper. For me, he's a perfect example of a gatekeeper.
Again, I've said
Michael Johnson, him too.
I've said
Tony Ferguson.
There are many.
Even Nate Diaz, I
gatekeepers.
wouldn't call him a gatekeeper, bro, because he's not. He hasn't even been fight. His fights have all been against people that are like, they're ranked opponents, bro. They're top ranked opponents. Like, for example, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, she's coming
So
back.
you don't think that people that are ranked are also not because of the personality they and the fights? Like, it's also fighting, but I feel like it's also personality. Because if you can't have no personality, it's gonna be hard.
No. I'm talking about, like, for example, another thing is another person.
Name Nate's last
someone
impressive win.
The
How long
Conor.
ago?
Connor.
How long ago was that?
2016, 2017,
What year are we in?
2022.
How many?
We
years?
can say the same thing about Connor, bro. Sadly,
Connor beat the gatekeeper Cerrone.
huh? That's what I'm saying.
In
But that was his
2018, 19, right?
Yeah, but even that's like.
And then Connor is different. He broke his leg in a fight, bro. That to me,
He's
I
definitely been more active than Nate.
there you go.
Definitely has been more active.
But
his fights have not been like gatekeeper fights to
who,
me.
Connor?
No,
of course not, bro.
No. Nate's.
No,
Even
no, no.
Nate's.
Nate. What I have to say about Nate is borderlining that. There's levels to gatekeeping, bro. To me, in my opinion.
Honestly,
Because I'm just
even-
saying this
even
because of names.
Even this.
Your name and notoriety behind who you are and who you were in the UFC and who your opponents are now is why I'm putting that label behind. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I told you, Tony Ferguson's the top 5 gatekeeper. Donald Cerrone's the top 15, top 10. Like, or he's the tune-up to the top 5 gatekeeper.
Not anymore.
Of course not. That's Tony. And then now Tony look like he gonna go back to the top 10 gatekeeper. And Michael Johnson is in around the 15 and like the unranked guys too.
Yeah, he's unranked. He's
But-
deep in that water.
You know who I think is is definitely moving. He's been in the UFC forever, bro. And I love this guy, but Mr. Super Necessary. He's borderlining
He's
top 5 gatekeeper.
Gilbert's his next fight,
And if he loses his fight,
and I don't think that's a gatekeeper fight, bro.
no, it's not. But if he loses his fight, he's top 5 gatekeeper. He's gonna stay around 6, 7.
But even then, he's about to fight rank number 2.
Right, and that's
Number
why
3.
I think that this whole thing about that when you're, because right now he's like 6 or 5, right?
I think he's like 5 or 4, something like that.
4? I think he's 6 or 5.
No, I think he's like 5 or 4. I'll look it up right now.
Damn, we're going on tangents on the UFC.
It's all good.
Is it?
Look, see, go straight to the rankings, brother. Welterweight, he is. Damn, he's 8. We're both wrong.
See, so he's gatekeeping the top 10. Borderline.
Yeah.
Borderline.
So, but see, he fights Gilbert Burns and beats Gilbert Burns. He's right back at 4.
Bro, that is where I think it's unfair. I think he's fighting him because of personality, and I think he's because the people want to see him. He'll sell.
I don't think
the
personality
pay-per-views.
necessarily.
You don't think-
I think it's more style. I think it's more like Gilbert will be more down to scrap.
Gilbert also needs a fight where it's like he can show out his things, and that's why I think Dana's like, all right, you might fuck this guy.
But at the same time, Gilbert,
what did his former teammate do to Mr. Jorge Masvidal?
But at the same time, Gilbert did something for the UFC, which was take that fight with Khamzat. And that's why even this, look,
that's a
check
money
this
fight
out.
too for,
Check this out
for Gilbert.
Check this out, though. If Nate fights Khamzat next, which is a rumored fight, I still don't feel like that's a gatekeeper fight. You know why? Because look at that ranking right now.
To me, it's still like
there's no Nate Diaz on that list. So let's say he were to beat Khamzat, it puts him at to say I can fucking fight for a belt.
Well,
I can fight Leon Edwards next. I
was
can
gonna
fight
say Cumshot, but isn't that what fucking what's his name called?
Kobe. I can fight Kobe Covington next. Any of these guys, even fight Usman next. You know what I mean?
But that to me is a tune-up fight for him, not a fight that
Khamzat?
Yes.
Fuck no.
For Nate, bro.
I don't think that's a tune-up fight. Khamzat,
bro, to see Nate go down the way he's gone down just off of kicks by George.
I feel like Khamzat has shown
is a different animal.
Exactly. So I don't think that's a tune-up fight for Nate.
Maybe it's a Khamzat is a tune-up fight.
Yeah,
that's what I said, bro. He's gonna fuck him up, bro.
Yeah.
Just because like I said, the way I saw him lose to George Masvidal for the BMF title.
I think that was some bullshit though. Too.
Yeah, but still, he was getting his ass beat, bro.
No, he was.
He was getting kicked in the gut, and he didn't like it. You can tell he didn't like it.
No, he didn't. And that's just in a sense. There's certain styles like we're talking about in the UFC that they'll play that card. But kind of going back to what happened this weekend with Jan, the former heavyweight champion. He was fighting Alexander Rackić, which is a pretty good up and coming fight. That's one that I would say is pretty much up and coming in the lightweight division. So it was his time to really show what he had.
Bonello highlights.
And he was doing that for the most part. Hold on, I'm trying to find this motherfucker.
Let's go to YouTube, fool.
Nah, because they weren't it wasn't showing me the full thing that I was trying to what I needed to see. So I was like, "What you doing this to me, folks?" In the first round, there was a thing. I think he threw like a either elbow or it was like a straight right.
Was this that type of fight where he just didn't look good because maybe weight cut or something?
Nah, in that first round, bro, he hit him with something in his he fucked up his eye, bro. Like you'll see Jan's eye right now.
Oh, fuck, bro. Son of a. Oh, you
gonna show it? Stupid. But let me see if we can find it on this one right here. There we go.
There you go.
So like in this first round, he gets him and he messes up his eye.
Mess up your eye.
Pretty big eye.
Uriah Hall's a gatekeeper.
That guy, I don't even feel like he's ever been in that like he even got to that place where he was like a title contender and all that
Bro,
stuff. He fell short from it. Yeah, he did.
He wasn't a title contender?
No, ever. He never fought
for the title. Oy, ahí le dio,
yeah, right there. Right there. He messes up his eye. You gonna see it.
Oy. Oy.
He was like that for the whole fight.
Oy, le revejó el pinche puño. No mames, cerote. Dale con los puños, pues.
This is going on majority of the fight. This is where it happens.
Ahí se lo dobló.
Look. Just look at this knee.
Ahí se lo dobló. On the bounce?
Yeah, you're gonna see. Right there. You saw it?
Ahí, cerote. No, hombre, no quiero ver.
So his knee buckled on him, and that caused a stoppage. So yeah, he hopped back, and it was a wrap. So that's what happened in the main event right there. Besides the knockout of Michael Johnson, the knockout that Michael Johnson had. We also had Amanda Ribas, and she lost versus Kaden Jukagian. Next week we're gonna have Argentina versus Brazil, and no, I'm not talking soccer. I'm talking about Michael Pereira versus Ponzinibbio. I know you've seen these two fighters.
Ponzinibbio is...
Bro, they look like... They both look like... how do you say? They look like the same person to me.
Ponzinibbio.
Ponzinibbio. You know what I'm talking about, right?
He's Mexican.
He's Argentinian, bro. Really? Yeah, that's why I said Argentina versus Brazil.
I thought he was Mexican. Who did you
This
run?
guy, Santiago Ponzinibbio versus
Oh,
Michael
the
Pereira.
guy that be Hold up, Michael Pereira is the one that be flip.
Yeah, the one that be doing the flips, crazy flips and shit. And then Ponzinibbio is just another welterweight that's Argentinian. That's how I said. It's not soccer, but that's next week.
Who you got?
Holly
I
Holm.
got Michael Pereira.
Yeah.
He gonna do one of those flips and then land on his
skull. Oh, it's gonna be
finish
brutal.
him.
It's gonna be brutal. But yeah, so we got in the UFC. But yeah, going back into NBA, we're talking about eliminations, game sevens, and all this stuff. We got I had like a hiccup. That's why I had something in my throat. The Celtics had their game 7, and man, it's just the Celtics defense that's just holding it down throughout that series.
The Bucks don't have Middleton.
That too.
Nobody else gave him offense, so it's easier for a team to build a wall around Giannis, so he doesn't
do what we can do. Yeah. He has nowhere else to go to.
And game 7, he had an off game.
Yeah, really off game. Man, speak about an off game, though. CP3 and Devin Booker.
The moment was too big for Devin Booker.
Choke, bro. That was a choke.
That's
not showing up, or what would you call that?
I heard CP3 had an injury.
The homie CJ was like, CP3 have to retire after this. What you think about that? And I think
retire?
I think what happened in that game is that they were making him like
this is the problem.
Work a lot on the defensive end.
I don't know if CJ might agree with me or not, but what I think is CP3 should find a team where he's the add-on to the not young team, but the team that's in contention, that's been in the talk to win it all, right?
Lakers?
If he would have not, like if instead of getting Westbrook, we would have got him 2 years ago when LeBron just had got here. Yeah, he would have got a ring. It would have been better for him because it's like he can't carry a team. It's like he's the leader of a team that he's going somewhere he's never been.
Yeah.
You get my drift?
Yeah.
So it's like, how are you going to like push and motivate these guys? Your coach has never even been there.
Yeah, Monty Williams.
So that's why I could hear Monty Williams say it's a good experience for the guys because they could build on this. But
you know what's funny too? I was seeing that leadership more from JaVale McGee this season because he's a 2-time champion.
Exactly.
3-time champion.
3-time. He's won it twice with
Golden State.
And then once with the Lakers.
That's crazy, bro.
He was a guy that they were shacking and fool for like
years, bro. He was the king of that shit. Damn.
That was sad. He was about to get out the NBA until he just like,
the Warriors gave him a chance, bro.
Oh shit, I just gotta get rebounds and block shots. Bet.
Pretty much. And then run down the court, pretty much.
Lobs here and there. All right, bet.
Straight up.
That's all. That's the thing.
They just grinded out those flaws he had.
It's not about the flaws. I think he was immature at the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think he was one of the last players to come out of high school.
Oh shit.
I think so.
And his mom playing at WNBA too, like very
entitlement.
Comes from an athletic family and all that stuff. So yeah, that's crazy right there. But the Grizzlies also got eliminated by the Warriors. So
that was John Morant. He bone bruise on your knee, bro.
Yeah.
It's tough to come back from that. And
also before we go that, but wait, fucking Luka Doncic had a crazy game to eliminate the Suns. By the way, like I saw that in elimination games, he's one of the few people to have like over 30 points, and it was like Jordan, I think it was Iverson, and LeBron James.
No Kobe on there.
No Kobe on there. On the list I saw at least.
That's cap. Kobe gotta be on the list somewhere. It's Kobe, bro.
On an elimination game though, that's what they were like emphasizing in.
But I think Luka, in my opinion, is gonna be probably the best European player to play in the NBA.
Mm-hmm. I can see that because he's the first. He's not a guard, but he's definitely plays
he's
like
not
one.
a guard. I
think they list him as a forward.
Right, but he plays guard.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like he plays like a guard, but they list him as a forward type of shit.
That kid,
and I feel like he's better more if because would you say that? Could you say that LeBron is a guard too?
Of course, that's what he plays.
But I think Luka's a better guard.
No.
No.
as far as like
Or maybe, or
a
what
shooting
okay, I
guard.
was about to say.
Yes,
Yeah, but
but
that's what I'm saying.
A point
Point
guard?
guard? No, probably
I
not.
mean, he played point guard for his teams when he was in Europe, and I think it's an easier way to. I think it's easier to play in Europe with the type of confidence he had. Because if you watch the highlights of back then, he was playing like he's playing out here.
Manny actually showed me a video about how it's harder to score with 30 points in Europe compared
It's
to
more
this
physical,
year.
but you can still like hit the confidence he had, bro. He had it since then.
Yeah.
If you watch those tapes and you're like, oh shit. So, and then now to see him do it in the NBA, bro, it's like, to me, he's the Joker of the NBA.
You know
It's
what's
not
crazy
John
too? The
Jokic.
Suns passed up on him. They took DeAndre Ayton instead of him.
Man, remember it was not only him. The Atlanta Hawks traded him.
Oh yeah,
They had his pick.
They had his
And they
pick.
paid it for Trae
Trae
Young.
Young.
And then who's gonna be better? Luka.
Luka.
Trae Young is a good player. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, like to me, Luka had already proved it, like you said, in Europe and all
Europe.
that shit.
At
16,
16, you
bro.
made it. I think he became a champ. He played his first year as a rookie, 16. He became a champion at 17.
He played for his country's club team in his country, like I think at 15 already, and then he went to Real Madrid, like at 16, 17, and then he won the Champions League at 17 type of shit. Yeah, man. So that we're gonna have the Warriors versus the Dallas Mavericks now. They start tomorrow, Wednesday, I think. Wednesday.
The Miami Heat and Celtics tomorrow.
Celtics. So, what is your prediction for that series in the Eastern Conference Finals?
I think the Heat got this, bro. They've been to the finals recently. They have more experience on that end.
Yep.
Remember in the bubble, what's his name?
Adebayo.
Blocked Jason Tatum with a huge block in the playoffs.
So they bring that physicalness, that defense.
Bro, and they don't.
Would you say it's gonna be a low scoring game then, like series? I mean, type of shit.
Not for Jimmy and the Heat, but they can keep them a low scoring game. You seen what they did to the Sixers, bro? They blew them out at home.
I wonder how Kyle Lowry's gonna be.
They locked down James Harden, bro.
Bro, James Harden. All right, bro. What is with these three players that used to be on the Oklahoma City Thunder, bro, that are just all looking like shit?
KD is still all world though. What are you talking about? He just.
I mean, the way he went out this season didn't look the greatest.
Yeah, but it's
his injury. I know this plays a factor and all that stuff.
I think he had an injury this year too, but. Yeah, you're right. All those three players from the Oklahoma City.
Like James Harden for sure is the one that's just been ass. Ever since they changed that one rule about like
facts.
The foul
Facts.
shit, he's just been ass, bro.
I love that. You know what, bro? Nobody's pointing that out even on ESPN or fucking Undisputed. Nobody has said that. And I've been watching this shit every day, bro.
I mean, as soon as that change happened, it was happening. It kind of was highlighted, but it's like I think it's more evident.
I'm saying
now.
They haven't said that
long term now.
No, they haven't said that like they haven't brought that back in history. Like this is why he's not the same player anymore. Because bro, Joel Embiid threw him under the bus, saying this is not the Houston Rockets James Harden.
It's not.
Bro, how are you a teammate and you say that to the media? I'd rather you tell me in person and that motivates me than you tell it to that. Now they're gonna spin the narrative.
I feel like he's already told him. He probably already told him. He's like, bro, he's not who we traded for. The fuck? I want Ben Simmons back.
This motherfucker's big as shit. So what are you gonna tell him, huh? James Harden's probably like, fuck, I can't fight this guy. He's too big. Exactly. He's a fucking teddy bear. That's what he sounds like to me, bro. But a teddy bear that will sock you just because
exactly, bro.
He don't even know how to sock you. Bro.
Anthony Davis is a teddy bear, bro.
No. I seen Anthony train. He at least got some squabble. I think like Joel Embiid looks like the guy that type was just swinging like crazy because he don't know how to fight. But one of them that lands, you out. You out, bro. Out like a light.
It's like Francis back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're just trying to lay your ass out. That's how I see it.
So who do you got then, and how many games?
All right, so I got Miami in 6.
Sick.
And I got the Mavs in 6.
Oh,
I got the Mavs in 7 actually. Luka's gonna go off, bro.
For me, bro, it's like it's a whole series thing, bro, and it's like
the firepower that that the Suns have is almost similar to the Warriors.
The Warriors are just different, bro. The way you say that, the reason I say is, and you pointed something out about the Suns, bro.
What?
Monty Williams hasn't been there before.
Right.
Steve Kerr has been there before. As a player, as a coach already now. So he knows, he understands the adjustments to make. And especially now with the team that's deep, I feel like what handicapped him was having KD there. Especially when he got injured, Klay Thompson got injured. Like, if that would have happened with the team they had, like with
How
LeBron.
they get handicapped if they've always...
Because they didn't have...
even had injuries and they still were being good.
But when it was with KD, they gutted the team so much that they didn't have a bench like that anymore. So
they still had an 8-man rotation. They just didn't have like
it wasn't
a 9
solid
or
like
10.
that though. Like that
Bro, they went into the finals, bro, and won it. They just lost against he popped his Achilles, brother.
Yeah, but it was after how
So
many
you're
runs
giving
though,
up
at the
some
same time.
guys because
But
you
it was
have
after
a
how
guy
many
that
runs
can
they had
do
already won
so
it.
much.
They had already won
Defense,
it.
offense.
I think they had already won it once or twice. I think with them. KD twice. So it was.
Hold up, how many rings does KD have with them?
He has 2, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, because Curry has 3. He has the one that he beat LeBron first time, then he lost, then they came back with KD twice. Remember?
Oh yeah, right.
So KD has 2, Curry has 3, and that's why I think that that kind of handicapped him, because at first KD at full strength those first 2 seasons they're able to do it, but that third season the wear and tear caught up to them. They didn't have that depth like that, so all that caught up to them, and then they're playing against a team in the Toronto Raptors that's hot, and they had better depth at that moment. Like, I think that was a factor. Now you have Wiggins, you have Poole, Gary Payne just went down obviously, but you still have a lot of other players in addition to your core 3 players that can do stuff.
So you don't think that as far as great as Steph Curry is, he didn't choke in that Toronto finals?
Yeah, I mean, but
because you were the guy before KD got there.
That's the one thing though about
how
Curry,
did you not step up right there?
This season is Curry's opportunity to get that Finals MVP that he's never gotten.
Right, and I don't think he'll get it because Luka's gonna be in the way. Luka's a bigger guy, bro.
Definitely.
I feel it's gonna be more physical. I feel that barring injury on both ends,
and that's why
they're
I feel
both
like
guys that like Luka could get hurt, Curry could get hurt, Klay Thompson can get hurt. Shit, Draymond Green could get suspended for 1 game and change the whole series. Also, remember that guy's a hothead. He's unpredictable.
I just feel like when I'm looking at the core of both teams, I think the Warriors have something better there.
Jason Kidd is doing something phenomenal there, bro. And that's why the Lakers should have bagged him up instead of Frank Vogel. What was I telling you a few years ago, bro?
So
if you
the
go
people
like
who are gonna guard Luka, I feel like are gonna
Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, Jordan Powell, Klay Thompson.
Yeah,
but
they have a lot of.
What did I tell you? He's gonna do the same thing he did to Cameron Johnson though and drop Klay, bro.
He might, but if
because he's not fast. He's crafty, bro.
Crafty.
He's the modern day Larry Bird.
Better.
No, it's blasphemy. It's still Larry Bird, bro. Have you watched this man's highlights?
I mean, but Luke is just...
and then watch what people... Like John Sally said Larry Bird would say some shit like... And then I've seen the tapes where it's like, damn, John Sally told me this. And then I seen the interview he's saying, like, another guy saying, yeah, Larry Bird would say, I'm going to do this and go the right, and I'm going to do...
He did it in winning time, right?
Yeah, but that I've seen that before it was on winning time. So that's why I knew I can verify it was true because John Sally told me, and I also seen, like... And remember, John Sally, that was his team. He wanted to be a Boston Celtic.
Yeah.
So it's like, Larry Bird's Larry Bird, but all right, he might be better than him if he is to get more rings than him. For sure.
True.
But true. I think that's why I'm thinking this. I'm calling my finals going to be Dallas and the Miami Heat.
And I'm gonna call the opposite. It's not just to go against you. That's what I've been calling for like the last couple of weeks was the Celtics Warriors.
You know, isn't that a historical finals already? I think Will Chamberlain lost to Bill Russell.
Yeah,
bro.
because he did play for the Warriors.
I'm not. We gotta look that up.
I will. I don't know if he was with Philly though. I'll look that up right now. But either matchups are gonna be all interesting. Whatever happens. 1964. Doesn't tell me. 1964, the Warriors versus the Celtics. Yeah. And who won? Doesn't fucking tell
Say the
me.
Celtics winning the 60s. They were holding that
Yep.
shit down.
Yep. The Bills.
Bill
the
Russell,
Celtics won
MVP.
4-1. So
Was Will Chamberlain on that team though?
yeah, he was.
Oh, that's
You're right.
my
Yeah,
fucking history on the NBA. I love it.
but
I love it.
speaking of just the next, just to kind of wrap up the sports wave real quick. So Liverpool beat Manchester City in penalties. And all these leagues, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, are all basically ending this week. But the news that's coming out is that Erlen, the guy
Haaland?
from Dortmund, he's going to Manchester City. And then today, it came out that Mbappe has verbally agreed to go to
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
What?
Mm-hmm. So those are a couple
You
of
know
things
what's
that are
crazy
going.
is that the Chelsea women's team won their back-to-back women's Liga, UEFA Liga, I think. I think they won it back-to-back. That was crazy. I was like,
That's
what?
crazy.
Women's teams are killing it like that?
Yeah, yeah. And just a couple things to kind of wrap it up. I don't think Chelsea has been sold yet. Another thing I heard is that the Broncos are being valued for $5 billion. And then Jerry Jones is like, well, that means the Cowboys are $10 billion.
Really?
That's what he said. If he were to sell for the franchise, it'd be for $10 billion. But he said he's never gonna sell. Yeah. So that's just a couple of things that I remember seeing, and the whole Rondo thing, pulling out his.
Is that real?
TMZ reported it.
What? What was it in Cleveland?
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna look it up, Rondo.
¿Qué le pasa a Rondo, bro?
So Rondo allegedly pulled the gun on mom of kids, threatened her life during outburst. Wow. So that's going on for him, man. And then yeah, I think it's a lot of stuff going on with protective custody. I'm seeing right here on the thing, and it's crazy because he was being rumored as, oh, the Lakers can get him as a coach and bring in Jared Dudley as an assistant and this and that. And I'm like,
really?
I wouldn't want. It's not that I wouldn't want. I just feel like for a
He's too
team like
young.
this, it'd be a little weird.
I think he's too young to be a coach
Yeah,
right now.
I'm gonna remind to say it. I want Sam Cassell as the coach.
What? Give me Mark Jackson. Did you hear what? Did you see what Jeannie Buss posted
Yeah.
about the winning time? And
Mhm.
they asked her if it was accurate, and she said this part was, and then it was a part where it was Jerry Buss's character and Magic Johnson's character talking, and it was like when an owner and a player of a franchise coming together, magic happens. And then she's like, "Yep, that was accurate." And then, but folks, see y'all next week on the Sports Wave. It's me, Enzo. It's my little brother, Mauricio.
Get out of here. Thank you very much, y'all. Peace.